recognized principles for which it stands. Department 1 is now in session. The Honorable Mark E. Wyndham, Judge, presiding.
Please be seated, everyone. Good morning. Welcome back. Oh, I never got this microphone back from this fellow, but okay. Mr. Henderson will get it from me. Hope they didn't leave it on. Okay, great, thanks. Good. All right, well, good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, today, for reasons beyond our control, we're not able to proceed today. And so we have a surprise longer weekend. But I'm going to have you return at 9 o'clock on Monday morning. So I'm sorry for the delay. I know you're looking forward to today, but we're going to just have to wait until Monday to continue with the testimony. So I'll just remind you, because it is a long weekend, you may encounter friends and loved ones who are curious about what you're doing. I'm going to remind you not to converse with yourself or with anyone else on any subject connected with the case. Don't talk about the case or about any of the people or any subject involved in it with anyone, including other jurors. Do not make up your mind about any issue until after you've discussed the case with the other jurors during deliberations. Don't form or express any opinion on the case. No tweeting or Facebook or social media about what's taken place. I wish you a safe and healthy, good, long weekend. We'll see you Monday morning at 9 o'clock. Room. Next question is, when should we continue with Doug Oliver? I know that you had, he leaned over to me yesterday and said, can I go back to New York now? And I said, no, you cannot. But that being said, I don't want to be unreasonable with him, despite everything, with requiring a person to stay until Monday, necessarily, not necessarily. So is there some way, is his attorney in contact with you about setting up, seeing whether Monday is appropriate and fine, or whether a different day would be better?
Well, I know that Mr. Oliver, and I really tried, despite really having no reason to do so. I worked around his vacation schedule. There apparently are a lot of them, and no surprise. And he's apparently planning on traveling June 14th to June 30th. I don't want to wait that long. I'm sorry that he's going to have some inconvenience. I don't care about him going home over the weekend, but he needs to be here on Monday because we need to get him finished. That's our position, Your Honor. And again, I have my sincere questions as to, I don't want it giving up any jurisdiction, etc. He's not somebody that gives me confidence to in any way work with at all.
Right. I mean, he said on the phone he'd go to London and good luck.
Yeah, good luck finding him.
So there is that. But as you said, you don't mind if he goes back to New York, and he seems a person who does travel back and forth from places. Where is he? I mean, is he?
Yeah, he's outside the hallway.
Outside in the hallway? All right.
Should we bring him in, Your Honor, for the court?
Well, yeah, we can bring him in, and his lawyer, too, if she's here. I agree with you if the vacation schedule is such as he's described, but that's real. Or maybe that's not. I don't know whether to trust his words.
No, I think actually the vacation is legitimate.
Okay.
He has a vacation June 14th to June 30th, but unfortunately, and I told him I would do my best. I moved things around to schedule when it was convenient for him, but this is what it is.
Okay. Let's have him in.
They're getting ready.
When I say grabbing him, I mean they're asking him to come.
And the record should indicate Mr. Durst is not here. We understand he is in the jail hospital because of some incident this morning involving his health. All right, Mr. Oliver, I might as well put you in your seat here. So, counsel, you may, Mr. Oliver, just have a seat. So, what has happened is that Mr. Durst had a health incident this morning and is in the jail hospital. And so we cannot proceed without him being here. So the question is, when do we continue with your examination? I understand that you have a vacation. Do you recall the days where you'll be on vacation?
Yes, I'm leaving the 19th to the 27th. But in addition to that, Your Honor,
Yes.
I have a 104-year-old mother who's in the hospital with a broken hip, and I came out here in the middle of this. Mr. Loon was aware of it, and I really need to get back to help her.
Okay.
I've been very fortunate to have 77 years with this woman. I'm not sure how long she's going to last. She assured me that she's going to live through this 2 days.
Good.
I'd like to get back there, okay?
So this is what we can do. You can go back. This is New York, I take it.
Yes.
I've got no problem with you going back there immediately
Okay,
to
thank
be
you.
with her, but I am going to need you back here Monday morning to finish.
Really?
Yes. Okay?
That's hard. Okay. It would help if I could get here Monday morning, do it like a red eye.
Your Honor, we
over.
can't hear Mr. Oliver at all.
Oh, yeah, the other lawyers are interested also. So, you're telling me to speak so that you can be heard. So you are asking if it's okay for you to take a red eye when?
No. The problem is that this place that she's in right now.
We still can't hear.
Here, I'm going to give you my microphone because.
Can you hear me now?
Now I can, yes.
I'm sorry.
That works.
Okay.
Good morning.
So, describe your problem,
No,
problem?
Look, the problem is this, because of COVID, where my mother is right now, they only have visitation every other day. And I was planning to, I think it's Monday that I can visit her. And I'm going back tonight, well now, I'm trying to get out of here tonight if I can. And I don't know if I'm gonna be able to see her until Monday because of the COVID restrictions. And for sure, I can get back here Tuesday night. And
Tuesday,
Tuesday night.
get back here Tuesday night.
Tuesday night.
So you're saying that you would be prepared to testify, if you had it, what you're asking is that if you can testify on Wednesday, June
Correct.
16th.
Yeah. I mean,
Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Your vacation is on Saturday, June 19th?
Yes, that's a family vacation, but to be honest, I'm not even sure if that's ever gonna happen now. Not because of you, just because I don't know what the status of my mother.
Right. So it may be that we've spent quite a bit of time with you, and it may be that if you testified on the 16th that your testimony would be completed on that day. I would hope so, but it's possible that you wouldn't. In other words, both sides need the equal opportunity to speak with you, so not that the the defense would take quite
But if I
some
came
time, but it's an equal optertunity. So
But if I
it's
came on-
possible you wouldn't be done till the 17th. You couldn't go home till the 17th
Which
if you
is the
came on the
17th?
16th. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, in other words, you mean
Si-
Wednesday and Thursday I could testify?
Right.
With-
Maybe. I'm going to run that. I'm
Is
just
that
running
enough-
that by.
Is 2 days enough, is 2 days enough time?
I can't, yes, because I'll stop it after that. So, okay.
Okay, well, that would work, because then I could get home, I'd like to see my mother, and then I could take my family on the vacation, and my sister is gonna go visit her that week.
All right, well, Mr. Lewin, can you live with that?
Very, very reluctantly, but I would appreciate, Your Honor, this is my concern, and I'm gonna lay it out, I'm not gonna pull any punches. Mr. Oliver has played games with us from the start. He's been rude, he's been disrespectful, he's repeatedly lied.
That's not addressing the problem.
Let me finish.
That's not addressing.
Mr. DeGuerin?
Mr. DeGuerin.
Let me finish. He has made commitments, at least 5 of them, that he makes a commitment, then he just cancels them, then he is rude on the phone when I eventually reach him. This is my concern, because as the court's aware, the man literally said, well, I'm gonna go to England and good luck finding me. So
That's not what he said.
that is exactly what he said.
Mr. DeGuerin, I heard it.
Yeah, you'll have to find me, I'll be in England.
Thank you, Mr. DeGuerin. I have
May
a
I-
good
may I say
recollection.
something?
No, wait a
If
second.
I- if I-
We're
if
going
I-
to hear Mr. Lewin out. He's got his point of view. It's, and I'm going to hear him out. It's the people's point of view. So go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. So my concern is that if I agree to this, what guarantee do we have that he's not going to take off for England or wherever he's going to go? He apparently has vast resources. According to him, he has a jet ready to go whenever he wants that just needs gas. So my concern is, Your Honor, that will he actually live up to his commitment?
Right.
I am willing, despite I am sympathetic to the issue with his mother and the issue of having to leave, and if he gives us his word, which hopefully is better than what he's done so far, I can live with that.
All right, Mr. DeGuerin, and I know you've got the sympathy for the witness. You've expressed it consistently, despite what Mr. Lewin says and has cast some aspersions upon this witness. He does agree to what the witness has asked. So do you have anything to say?
Well, I'll take the witness at his word, Your Honor. He said before that he would be, in fact, he said in October of last year that he wanted to be cooperative. Excuse me for not standing. I'm catching bad habits here.
Thank you, Mr. DeGuerin. I appreciate your restoration of some of the formality to which I am accustomed, but go ahead.
I think the witness wants to be cooperative, and so I disagree with that part, but that's not solving the problem. The problem is when to have him here. I'm certainly agreeable to whatever will accommodate the witness.
Thank you, Mr. DeGuerin. So I would say that the witness has repeatedly testified that he is here. Now, it wasn't responsive to your question, but he said, I am cooperating. I am here, and that is true. He is cooperating. He is here. He's actually, when you finish with him, Mr. Lewin, I expect that he has some things to say that may be helpful to Mr. Durst and may be among the few things that are helpful that I've heard from witnesses. So this is admissible evidence that is helpful to Mr. Durst. So to the extent that he's sympathetic to Mr. Durst, it's important to him, I think, to be here. He has described a situation to which any of us can relate, and any of us would be concerned. I mean, that with his mother, I mean, we need to be humane here, and I think it's not an unreasonable suggestion. I will say the other part of it is I did issue, and part of my hesitation, the part that resonates for me from Mr. Lewin's point is that I did need to issue a body attachment in this case, and again, out of respect and courtesy, I held that body attachment. I won't hold it this time. I'll issue the arrest warrant if I need to. But I don't think that's necessary because this witness has said, he's given his word that he will be present. And he's, so I'm gonna do that, all right? I'm gonna order you, I'm gonna excuse you. I wish your mother good health and that you make the most of the time you have with her, because we know how fleeting that can be.
Exactly.
So with that, I am going to excuse you, order you to return on Wednesday, the 16th of June at 8:30 a.m.
May I ask one question?
Yes.
Okay. When I get back to the East Coast, she's in Philadelphia actually, so that's it, you know. If I can arrange it so I can come back and testify on Tuesday, would that be a problem?
Would that interrupt anything if he could come? So the order is Wednesday, he's offered to come on Tuesday. Would you take it out of order?
I'd like to try.
Yeah, the only issue is that with the other witnesses, we've got to schedule them. So I think the best thing is just to say, we'll give them Wednesday, because I don't know what other witnesses then I would have to reschedule. In other words, the problem, Your Honor, is if I tell witnesses, okay, you're going to be here on Tuesday, then he comes, then I have to tell them, no, you're now going to be on this other day. So if he wanted Wednesday, we can do Wednesday.
No.
Wednesday, then it's fine, all the same.
That's no problem, I was just trying to.
Thank you, thank you. No, I appreciate you were offering to do more. You didn't realize that there were other complications. But Mr. DeGuerin?
I just want to make my preferences clear.
Yes.
And I certainly want to accommodate the witness if at all possible. My preference would be not to lose the continuity of his testimony and for him to return to testify on Monday. But given his constraints, I'm leaving it up to the court.
Okay.
Wait, no, he's agreeing.
Yeah, that's, I think, what we call, that's an attempt at some invited error. So in essence, what he's trying to say, Your Honor, is, I'm not going to agree to it.
I'm not inviting
I'm going
error.
to leave it up to you. So unless we have a
Of
stipulation.
course it's up to me.
No, but unless we have a stipulation by Mr. DeGuerin that he is willing to go by this process, not I'm going to leave it up to the court, an agreement, then we're not going to agree.
Your Honor,
No,
excuse me.
no,
I want you to
second.
just, we have an order, Your Honor. We respect what you said.
Yeah, thank you.
We don't need to.
Right, no, this is not, there's no issue here. The court controls the order of proof. There's just no issue whatsoever that I can order him to come back whenever is in my discretion, the best time for him to come back. I'm not going to abuse my discretion. I've listened to each of you, I've listened to the witness, he's made an offer, he's given his word, that's what I'm gonna do. All right? Wednesday. Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm trying to accommodate you.
Yeah,
See, if I just need to be back in Philadelphia tomorrow.
yes.
If I could arrange it to be back here Monday, well, now forget it, okay, it's too complicated, okay, we'll stick with Wednesday. I'm just concerned, I'd like to finish this next week, you know, I want to make sure it doesn't run over past Thursday, because I think you're dark on Fridays.
Right, and everything also does assume Mr.
Okay,
Durst's
but
health.
you
which
said
we-
you would stop it.
Mr.
May
Chesnok,
I be excused, Your Honor?
you are excused,
Thanks.
Mr. Chesnok.
Okay, but Wednesday, I will be here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Can you arrange the hotel again, or whatever you do, please?
We will, you can contact, as I've said, if you contact Kiki, our secretary, you'll be able to.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
You can
Dr.
talk privately.
Key,
This does
yes.
not need to be on our record.
No, he agreed, Your Honor.
No, okay, so
I'm sorry.
we'll do
I'm
that
sorry.
off the record. We'll take care of your accommodations off the record. Anything else from this witness?
No, Your Honor, not from this witness.
Yes, okay. And, okay, so your order back, you're excused now, good luck.
I'll see you next week.
Yes. The next issue that I want to address is exhibits. There are a number of exhibits that were recordings and clips. We have received discs with the recording and the clip on it. However, that is insufficient. We need a printout of the clip. We need a physical printout for the A apart. So I am ordering that as
Will
to
do.
this last witness, of the multiple exhibits of impeachment. Okay?
Will do.
Anything else?
Yes, Your Honor, we, per the court's instructions, we submitted an instruction to the court regarding the issue of custody. We think that the problem that we're going to have is that Mr. Durst's custody status from a number of witnesses, this goes to the Altmans, this goes to Doug Oliver, it is impossible for the jury to be kept in the dark that Mr. Durst has been in custody. That is why the instruction, which we've submitted to the court, we think is the way to handle the situation. Rather than trying to pretend that he is not in custody, we can't do it.
I think that's right, but there is, and thank you for, I saw that an email arrived. I actually glanced.
I think there's a CalCrim and a CalJIC as well.
Right. As far as the final form, I will run it by you on Monday. I want to give it contemporaneously so that jurors don't draw adverse inferences from him being in custody, and I'll fine tune that during this time we have, this extra time we have. Anything else?
Your Honor, one last thing, and again, and I bring this up, I have no idea what Mr. Durst's situation is. I will say that Mr. Durst is on record in his jail calls saying that he's going to fake dementia, saying that he's going to secure a mistrial due to COVID. So I have no idea whether this is legitimate or not, but obviously, given his history, it is certainly suspect as to what his actual condition is. I guess the court doesn't have any more information than we do, but it's certainly concerning. There were 2 more requests for mistrial yesterday over what can only be characterized as extremely minor issues. It's very clear that the defense and the defendant want this trial to go away. And so I know the court's cognizant of that. I don't know what we can do about it, but I think that needed to be said.
So he wouldn't be taken to the hospital without a legitimate question as to health. His circumstances this morning were that he was down. He was not in his chair. So
Right.
he needed to be seen. And is it false? Is it fake? They do a good job at that jail of ascertaining whether or not a person is good to go to court. Some people would say that they err on bringing him to court. The allegation is that he shouldn't be. In this case, he's brought to court and he shouldn't be. He's not healthy enough. I do trust the doctors at our jail to bring him if he is in their judgment whether he is able to come to court. I need to rely on them. So that's all. I mean, he'll be brought to court if he's good for court in the doctor's opinion at the jail, and he will not be brought to court if he's too ill for court. And I trust that judgment also.
Your Honor, is there any chance that the court will hear information over the weekend? And if the court does, can the court contact counsel by email so that we can then move our witnesses?
If
If.
I hear over the weekend,
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'll surely let you know right away.
Does the court have any further information than what we got this morning?
I do not. Could set a new record. Shall I? Department 1 is adjourned.
Thank you, Your Honor.